Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the hoodoracle, aka Karmic Source Nightmare, aka your ace up your sleeve, with another video for you guys. Now, if you've noticed, I haven't been doing card readings that much, and there's a reason for that. Quite honestly, with this energy that I'm feeling, that I'm sensing, I'm sure I'm not the only one, okay? And please, if you have been feeling this as well, let me know in the comments. I'm leaving this particular video open with comments, okay? The same rules apply. Any fuck shit, will be met with a deletion, block, report, all of that stuff. So, that being said, I've noticed that there's a very, very confused energy kind of looming in the air. A lot of weird shit has been happening. Things appearing out of nowhere. For instance, the other day it was quite cold, and as far as my knowledge, okay, from my limited knowledge of science, flies don't usually survive very well in cold weather. Last time I checked, okay, they usually are around in very, very warm weather, okay, or warmer weather, okay, at least. But, you know, my mind is going all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. I fidget a lot, okay? I tap my feet a lot, shake my leg a lot, and that's because my brain is always active. I'm all the time, all the time, all the time, okay? And it's with this being a fact that I feel like we have to read between the lines. There's a couple of things I wanted to address today, okay? This whole reading between the lines. I've been talking at length about this spiritual battle that's going on. You guys remember the live. And I do feel while this is a battle for our souls, the entry point is through the mind, right? I feel very, very strongly that in order for the devil to get your soul, he has to go through your mind first. Okay, so he's going to not come right out and say, I want your soul. Give me your soul, because you would probably tell him to fuck off, right? You would probably tell him to go take a long walk on a short pier, right? Whatever. Put in whatever expletives you want to put into this thing, right? But the point being is that he's not going to be so obvious, right? He's going to get through your mind first, and then this is the thing that is implied, but only those that really read between the lines will see this. He's not going to come right out and say, I want your soul, because you would tell him to go fuck himself. And I've talked about this before in a video before. And it's with this that he's very sinewy, very slick. And, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Even me, okay, as hard-nosed and as hard-pressed I am to fight this fucker off, he's even very sinewy with me as well. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I find myself having to double and triple and quadruple check myself sometimes. Well, you almost got me. You almost fucking got me. Okay? You got to guard your mind in order to guard your soul. This is the point that I'm trying to make here. Thank you, Jesus. I was struggling to find the words, the human words, to try to convey it to you guys. I was really, really struggling, because it's like, quite honestly, the content that I'm putting out right now is not going to be palatable for everybody, okay? I have seen a drop, okay? And quite honestly, that's your prerogative, that's honestly your prerogative. I can't make you stay, okay? But I do have a job to do, okay? And I have to do this. I have to talk about this. This is, I'm just a vessel. God goes through me, and people that talk about the same things that I'm talking about, he goes through us as a vessel. Just like he uses Metatron to speak. When you hear the voice of God, you're hearing Metatron to convey it into human words so that it's understandable to you. Okay? Um, he uses me as a vessel. So I'm glad that this is finally coming through. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, in order for you to lose the battle of your soul, first you have to lose the battle of your mind, okay? Because you have to remember some essential facts here. The devil is going to go through your mind first before he gets your soul. Okay, so it's not something that he snatches. He doesn't take a long clawed hand and snatch it out of your body. No, 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 no. That's fantastical. Okay, no, it doesn't happen that way. He makes you willing to give it up. Okay, um, just like a okay, for instance, and this is a big for instance. Okay, a pushy guy, that wants to uh, put you to bed, right? That wants to sleep with you. It will say anything that he can say in order to get you to lay down with him. Okay, you're dead set against sleeping with this guy. He heard that he has a terrible track record and he has a terrible reputation that precedes him because your reputation precedes you. Okay, and if you think about it, the devil has a terrible reputation, right? Right? And you have to use that to gauge what you're receiving, right? Okay, because let me tell you something, there's a lot of conflicting, confusing viewpoints out there that are being pushed. Okay, I'm not going to get into specifics. You take this as it resonates, okay? Quite honestly, I'm not interested in you know, cherry picking anything in specific, okay? Just in general, okay? But whatever pops to your mind, hey, it popped into your mind for a reason. The point that I'm trying to make here is that much like a very overzealous guy that wants to sleep with you, the devil will glamour you and groom you into giving it away. Okay? Um, and how does he do that? Well, he's going to paint a very pretty picture. If he painted an ugly picture for you, then you wouldn't be so willing to give it up. Okay? Um, this whole, and again, not getting into specifics, but just, the further you read between the lines and you really pick things apart and don't just take it because it sounds pretty. Just because something sounds pretty and sounds true doesn't necessarily make it true. Listen to your body. Listen to your body every single time. Listen to your body. If what I'm telling you is giving you chills, okay, then pay attention to that, okay? When I tell you that the Antichrist is a woman, if it gives you a shiver down your spine, pay attention to that, okay? Because I'm not telling you these things and I'm not, telling you them for my health. I'm telling you them because I'm supposed to say them, okay? No matter what the result is of that, okay? I'm supposed to get this message out. I'm quite frankly, whoever remains is supposed to remain, okay? Um, and like I said, how many times have I said from the beginning of this channel, okay? From the beginning, and some of you have been there from the beginning, okay? My ride or dies, my veterans, okay? Remember when I had said this. I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I promise to spill the motherfucking, okay? I've always said that from the beginning, before it became a catchphrase, okay? I've said that from the beginning since 2016, okay? Right. Now, these are my thoughts. Now, another thought that I'm having here, and I really, this is the reason why I haven't been using cards too much. I don't know, because of this grayness, if I can trust the cards right now. I don't know if I can, quite honestly, because I have to really investigate if what I'm receiving is the absolute truth or if it's something that's being manhandled by the devil, okay? Because I want you to remember something. The devil knows the truth and he mixes lies with the truth, okay? This is how he operates. Okay, so stay with me here. Stay with me here. Try not to click off. I realize this is maybe makes some people uncomfortable, but try to stay with me here, okay? He mixes the truth with lies. This is why this energy is so confusing. If you've been feeling this gray energy, okay, I do feel it's because of that. He'll mix Bible quotes and some truths that you've been taught from the time that you came into, a lot of us were brought up Catholic, he'll mix that into his agenda to make you doubt what you've originally been taught. Okay? And he's tried to trip me up a couple of times. Okay? I was like, oh, I fucking see you. I don't. Look, by nature, you're guilty before you're proven innocent. You know what I mean? It's like, in the nature of the work that I do, if I notice some fuck shit, you're not going to be seen as innocent in my eyes until you prove otherwise, right? Case in point with the karmics and everything. It's like, I don't trust. I don't easily trust. That's the thing. And you kind of have to be this way right now with this energy, okay? This is why I'm telling you to read between the lines. Don't just accept something because it sounds pretty, okay? Because it's wrapped up in a neat bow, because it's wrapped up with a bunch of tears, because it's wrapped up with crocodile tears, I like to call them, okay? Because it's wrapped up with some feigned sentiment. Do not buy something because it sounds good, okay? There's the good news of Jesus Christ, okay? Which is not meant to tickle your ears, but it is meant to keep you on the straight and narrow path, okay? And then there's the ear tickling, right? It's like, oh, just be very careful, guys, because it's so easy to lose your way in a fucking snap of the finger, okay? It's so easy, How many times, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, me being the person that, preaches and I'm not a cookie cutter preacher either. I'm not like the rest. Okay, obviously. But one essential truth remains, with this spiritual path that we're on, the devil's going to try to trip us up in not the most obvious of ways. He's not going to be laying out a bear trap for you so you can step in it. No. That would be too obvious. You would walk right around it, right? No. He'll try to trip you up with a mixture of truth and lies, okay? Because don't forget, the devil knows Bible verses too. The devil knows biblical jargon as well, okay? So it's not entirely unfeasible that he would use a blend of truth and lies to manipulate, okay? It's not exactly out of his modus operandi, okay? You have to know your enemy in order to avoid him and to fight him off. How are we, as those waging spiritual warfare, how are we going to know what to defend ourselves against if it's not shown? All right? Just the only thing that I can really suggest to you if I were to make a suggestion, okay? There's a lot of information out there, okay? Conflicting opinions, I can tell you something, somebody else will tell you something else, and you're even more confused because no two people are going to say the same thing, okay? So the best thing that I can do is to advise you, if I were to give you any kind of free advice here, okay? Whatever you're getting, if there's even a small part of you, even a smidgen, a mustard seed, okay? Even like a poppy seed, okay? That's doubtful of what you're getting, that sounds a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's not giving you peace and it's making you ask more questions, and even with the questions that ask more questions, when it comes from God, when it's really coming from God, it's going to give you a peace, even if it's not the answer that you were looking for. There are times that I've been in heavy prayer and I've gotten an answer that I didn't like, but you know what? Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is, okay? But then again, more often than not, the answer that I got was just as I expected, just as I suspected, okay? You know, I'll be asking about a situation that has given me great pause, and it's like, look, the best thing that I can do here, I know that I'm not in control here. None of us are. Real talk. The best thing that I can do here is ask for wisdom about this situation. Okay? Because with wisdom, you make the best possible decision. Okay? There's no gray area then. Okay? And when I do that, I get the answer, and all of a sudden your whole bodily reaction changes. All of a sudden, whoosh, anything that has been pressing down on you is lifted off of you, and you're seeing colors more brightly. You're having an appreciation for everything that you're seeing. You're knowing your place amongst God's creations, and everything makes sense. There's a sense of everything making sense, and when you know this makes sense, there's no need to go to the cards, to do this, to do that. It's like, look, for right now, honestly, guys, I don't know if I can trust the cards. I don't know if I can, because of this confusing energy. And as long as that's the case, I'm not going to be pulling cards and confusing the hell out of the folks that look at me. Okay? I'm not going to do that. So, that being said, guys, all I can offer you as far as advice, okay, ace up your sleeve advice, let this be the ace up your sleeve. The only way that you're going to have answers is if you pray on it. And don't expect to get the answer right away, because when you're attached to the situation, when you're attached to the outcome, you're still not going to get the answer. You're going to be asking, well, is what you're trying to say this? Is what you're trying to say this? It'll come to you when you are not pushing for a specific answer to show up in a certain way, because it won't show up in the way that you expect it to. Remember what I said about the secret to peace, okay? The secret to peace right now is wisdom. Pray on having wisdom about all of the confusion that's going on right now, okay? We're supposed to be having clear vision, okay? So if you're going to pray for anything, and I'm praying for you guys, at this moment, and even when I stop recording this, I'm going to be praying for you guys. And if you do have a prayer request, let me know in the comments. If you want me to pray for you, I will pray for you. And I'm going to pray for you whether you want me to or not, because that's what a Christian does. That's what a person of God does. They pray for their brothers and sisters, okay? They do. So I'm just praying right now for your discernment, your clarity, your wisdom, because that's the best defense that you have against all of this fucked up, wonky energy, okay? When you're left asking more questions than you have answers to, some shit is going on, okay? Right now, I can't be using cards, and honestly, I'm being guided not to, because these cards have been fucked with before, okay? If none of the cards are making any sense, it's because, the devil can use material things to try to, give his types of messages that he wants for his ultimate agenda. Remember the essential part of this. In order for him to, because he's always hungry. He's always hungry. This devil is always busy, and he's always hungry. He's never satisfied. He's never satiated. Okay? He's always looking for souls to devour. Okay? Now, I'm not sure what that is. Is that somebody's... Hold on. No. I thought that was my mom's phone or my neighbor upstairs. Or she must have the vibrate thing on her phone, like, really, really all the way up. Because I'm hearing it from all the way up here. Because I can, like, feel it, and I can feel it vibrating, and I can hear it vibrating. finally stopped. She probably answered it or turned it off. Um, and I'm getting right now that God used that as an example. You have to be very aware, very sensitive as to what's going on here, okay? Just because something sounds good or looks good doesn't necessarily make it the truth, okay? Ask questions. And it's happening again. You didn't answer that phone, girl. Answer the phone. Because it's a little distracting. You know, I feel like that's, Anyway, that being said, guys, pray on it. The only thing that I can ask you to do is to pray on it. Pray on it. Pray on whatever you're confused about. Okay? If you have any questions, some good effective methods to pray, or if you have any prayer requests, you can send them to my email at hoodoracle at gmail.com. Send those prayer requests to me there. And I'll definitely be praying for you after this video is uploaded, because, you know, I feel like we have to pray for each other, guys. We have to, because there's a big spiritual war going on, but it starts in the mind. Okay? The devil's not going to ask you for your soul. He's going to make this sinewy enough that you want to give it away. You got to be very fucking careful. Very fucking careful, okay? Do not be deceived. Just because it sounds good and looks good doesn't make it the truth, okay? Read between the lines, okay? Use your spiritual gauge. Use your soul's gauge. Does this vibrate with your soul? Does this vibrate to the very basic, what you know, okay? And if you're still going back and forth, okay? Like, okay, for instance, if you're being taught something within New Thought, New Age, but you have your convictions as a Christian, for instance, okay? And these are the two that are constantly going at it, you know, through this spiritual war, okay? I've talked about this. You know, if you have those new thoughts, what you were taught, and you're constantly at odds with this gray, and it's pushing against each other, and it's like you're conflicted, you don't need this stress. You don't need it, okay? The best thing to do is to pray. And I'm saying that as somebody that, you know, I'm not trying to push, and this is the common misconception. There's a misconception there that I'm pushing religion. I'm not, okay? What I am pushing is for you to, so that you're not in this mental go-between, like, you know, there's not this constant back and forth, okay, between New Thought and what you were originally taught. All I can tell you to do is, look, don't be attached to what you get, okay? That way you're free and clear, okay? Don't be attached to the answer, but pray on it. Say, I just want, pray to God, okay? Or, you know, it's like, I'm not going to say universe or anything like that, because God made the universe. It's, okay? But I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that right now, okay? Just pray, okay? And look, all I want is some clarity and wisdom as to what's really going on. Don't be attached to the answer, okay? Because when it comes from God, you'll know you got the answer from God when you feel a peace and it makes sense, okay? That being said, guys, all glory to God, and thank you for helping me get the message out and get it out in such a way that it made it understandable for you guys, because I was really struggling with this. But yeah, you guys, I'm praying for you. I'm always going to pray for you, no matter, you know, which side you're on. It doesn't matter. I'm always going to pray for you, because look, I want to see the people that are visiting my page happy and peaceful, okay? So I'm hoping this lent some insight um, in whatever way, shape, or form that it was supposed to. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, all information will be in the description box below. Made some changes to my website. Go check them out. And other than that, guys, love you very much. I'll be praying for you. God bless.